the music might start.
I hear it live.
Okay. You can hear the music? Okay, that's still our first The Present show. We are live. We are me and Pat, the Mindful Pat. It's a moment for mindfulness. It's a moment when we all come together and do some mindfulness all together. Before starting, I really would like to share that this is the first show at all. We never did a show until now. We want to do something good for our community, for ourselves, for our journey into mindfulness. And that's why we will do this show. Okay. So as soon as the music goes on, the important thing for us is be mindful and learn how to be more mindful. This is we still don't have any graphic for the show, but we will make graphic for the present show. But if you like the show or how it is, please share it along. It's important that more people will know to be mindful also in the working environment. Then we will know why. We will also know more about other IBMers and other people that maybe are not in IBM, but they're interested in mindfulness. So with that, it's time to start the present show. And I am Lele. Hi. And here with me, there is the Mindful Pat. Ciao, Pat.
Hello, everyone.
So, Pat, what are we doing here? What are we doing in the present show?
As Lele was saying, this is the first show. This is also unrehearsed, so you're getting the raw footage as it comes.
But this is how it should be, actually. Yeah, we will all be unrehearsed, like no possibility to rehearse here. We just go on, and whatever is, if you have a question or anything, you will be able to ask live. If not, you will post any question anywhere else, and we will actually try to make it live. So we don't want to prepare. We want to make something for the community, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Live means real life, right? As we know, life is always unrehearsed, unscheduled. Things just happen. So it's the intention of the show is for us to be mindful, to be here, to be present.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so to say something about myself, right? To start, my name is Emanuele Terenzani, and I am in communication, right? So I'm not part of. I wasn't part of mindfulness at IBM until some time ago. The only thing that I really liked was the concept of the realization of that we are able to train our mind to be more mindful, and this is actually helpful because it allows you to catch more what is around you, and allows as well to really make sure that you know what is the real value of normal life, but also that can also put in practice, and you can work in a better way if you're able to learn to focus, to not get distracted, and so on. So there were a lot of interesting things. So I was curious, and I started digging into it, and I found Mindfulness IBM Community. So that's why I'm here, since I have some expertise in doing these kind of shows. I would like to bring whatever I can to for the mindfulness community. And with me there is the Mindful Pat that has much more to say. Pat, who are you and what you're doing?
Yes, thank you, Lele, for that introduction and for finding us at the Mindfulness at IBM Community. My name is Patrick Kozakiewicz. I'm in transformation, and I've been practicing mindfulness, even though I wasn't calling it mindfulness, for a very, very long time, since middle school. Mm-hmm. And I jumped on board of the Mindfulness at IBM Community as soon as I heard about it, and been leading the community, interlocking with people, connecting all of IBM around the whole world, doing workshops, seminars, producing content, and a whole bunch of other things. Mm-hmm. The importance for me and the benefits that I've seen is that not only as Lele was saying, that it increases your focus and awareness, but your emotional intelligence rises. You learn more about yourself and your emotions and your thoughts and how they work, and that reflects on the outside world, on others. Productivity goes up, innovation goes up, and the list goes on and on and on.
So also ideas and innovation. So not only focus, but many other things. So it's important for us not only to know what is mindfulness, but learn how to be more mindful. And we will talk about it. And also learn how to become a better, let's say, practitioner of mindfulness. So that, and this is just comes not only by knowing the concept, not only by attending the present show with us, but also by practicing and thinking about being mindful during your days. So that's the important thing. So along with that, we will do this kind of shows every week, let's say. We don't want to, bring too much time to everyone. That's why we will keep it to just 15 minutes. We will record it, so it's going to be always there on the tube. You can just play from anywhere you want. You can still ask questions, so we will do also more shows according to all the questions we are getting. But generally, we will follow a normal standard schedule of what is mindfulness, how to practice it. We will start talking about what are the various ways to practice it, and what are maybe what works better with somebody and what works better to somebody else. And maybe one of the options, since Pat is here and has a lot of not only knowledge but a lot of big network into the mindfulness, because the mindfulness at IBM community has counts already 2,000 plus members. So in this case, we will be able to invite the best practitioners, or the best whoever is also interested, also the best willing to learn, and we will bring them in the show. What else, Pat?
Also, skeptics, right? People that are skeptical of mindfulness, to get their viewpoint. And I know a lot of people that have been super skeptic and have changed. But you're right. There's a big community, close to 4,000 actually, and we have these practice leaders around the world who are facilitating practices in different countries. So it's nice to bring their perspective into the situation, because here in Europe we might be practicing or we practice differently than they do in South Africa or Brazil or Japan. So it's going to be a diverse group.
So we want the easy shows that are the skeptics that became mindful, and the hard shows that are the skeptics that are still skeptics. And we will try in 15 minutes to convince them, or what. But anyway, it's important as well to, the
Maybe
freedom of speech is part. Yeah.
Maybe they'll convince us.
Yeah,
they'll convince us to be unmindful,
or to close the show and change it to the not mindful show. That could be, and that's a challenge. So if anybody is really skeptical about mindfulness and would really like to come and challenge us with that, we are so convinced that it's bringing a lot of positivity around. And at least the lowest level of positivity is to realize how important it is the focus. At least that one, I would say, when you work, you cannot multitask. You need to do one thing at a time. And sometimes we don't know it. We just start listening to many things. And in the world of the notifications, and in the world where notifications are actually more notification than ants in this world probably, then we really need to realize how we can focus and find our mindful dimension. So we will talk about this. And if there is time, we also do every single show 1 minute or more of mindfulness, right? So that's the idea. So that we can do a little bit of practice, if not so much. You might need, you might also go for a retreat for months if you really want to practice meditation or mindfulness. But 1 minute is enough to start, I would say, right?
Yeah, and of course we'll adapt. Wait, hold up, I have a notification. Okay, just kidding. So we'll adapt and we'll change to what the participants want, what the viewers want, right? So if they want to practice more and less theory, that's great. If they want more guests, that's great as well. We'll be mindful and we'll adapt to the situation. But definitely we'll do at least 1 minute of mindfulness practice to show you the different techniques and things that you can do and implement right away into your life.
And for those guys that are already part of mindfulness at IBM and you would like just to share, in your location, that's also for you. So you can use this little channel and, be challenged with share to more people around your location. We will do it in English, potentially we could do it in Polish and Italian, but mainly in English. It's actually the main channel for us. So that's the language about. But it's not only about talking, but it's about doing and about seeing and learning and listening. So we will try to bring as much as we can. So we are open for any question. Okay. And another thing I would like to share is also maybe to start. So the first question is for Pat about why, right? So you tell us what you like about mindfulness and why you join it. But if you would have to talk with one of the skeptics and they ask you, okay, why is it so important? Like, why do you spend so much energy in the concept of mindfulness? What would you reply to them?
I would say, why does the bird fly? It's accepting reality, being present. It's life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Our mind can be in the past, it can be in the future, but our body is always here, right? And this is where everything happens. Everything that ever happened to you in the past and everything that ever is going to happen to you in the future will happen in a moment, right? In this that you're experiencing now. And if you're not here, then you're not living, you're not fully experiencing it. And I'm not saying it's not valuable to think, we need to think, right? And we're all mindful throughout the day. If you weren't, then crossing the street, you'd miss the bus or the cars coming. But it really gets you in tune with everything, right? With yourself, with others, and it makes you realize that inner stillness, that inner strength that we all have, and then everything else comes from that, the focus, the productivity, the innovation, whatever it is you want to call it. But it starts here, it starts in the present.
So like we are already enough strong to bring a shopping bag from the supermarket home, but we can train our muscles to be even stronger to bring maybe 10 shopping bags. You can do the same with your mind. So, and this is what about it as well, right? So you can be much stronger. Maybe not on the cognitive power in, I don't know how many calculation you can do in a millisecond, but on how many great ideas you can create, how much better you can think if you actually don't make so much mess in your mind, let's say, right? And you learn how to distinguish the thoughts. Okay, that's it. Is there time for a mindful minute, Pat?
Always.
Okay, so let's kick it off.
Okay. So just get into your position of comfort, whatever that is. You could be sitting, you could be standing, walking around, whatever it is. And we'll just focus on the breath. And you could do this whenever, wherever. People won't think you're strange, Just focus on the out breath and the in breath. You don't have to change it. Just accept it the way it is. Bringing your attention maybe to the tip of your nose, or how the air feels coming in, coming out. Just taking a few breaths helps you get grounded. Allows you to become more calm. And you could be doing stuff, right? You could be moving. But try to always fall back to that breath. Yeah.
Your thoughts might go away and then you might forget about it and then the breath goes on automatically. But the important thing is you come back and you realize that was what you were doing, right? And somehow, and that's actually the weird thing about this, it's somehow not you, because you wanted to focus on your breath, right? But you got distracted thinking about something else, about maybe Pat's breathing or about the sound in his microphone or about, the notification you just got on the phone. And you couldn't control it. And you will be able to contribute more when you will be able to focus more on mindfulness. And that's all about it. So this is what we want to bring to all of you. So we will go to the official mindfulness community. Remember, it's in the cloud now. So through here, you will be able to listen and access to the present show. You will have mindful minutes, you will have mindful question, you will have mindful conversation, you will have Lele and Pat, the mindful Pat, here with us. What else we can say at the ending of our first show, Pat?
Be mindful, and thank you for being.
Thank you. And this concludes the first of our shows. See you next week. Or in a couple of weeks. The second show where we will take a bit more because we are building it for you and the best, but eventually it's gonna come. And if you're already interested, you can already click below, enroll. You will have a calendar invitation about the show, so please do that. And see you soon, and see you more mindful, and see you at the Mindfulness IBM community. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, Lele.
Bye bye.